There's a strikingly beautiful moment in Tim Winton's book, Breath, in which two boys in their early teens witness for the first time the joys of surfing. As Bruce, voiced as an adult by Winton himself, reveals in the film's narration, "Never had I seen something so beautiful." That revelation changes the life of 13-year-old Bruce Sampson Coulter, whose nickname is Pikelet. Pikelet lives with his mum, Rachel Blake, and dad, Richard Roxburgh, near the West Australian coast. And he's a good kid who does pretty much what his parents expect of him, in contrast to his best friend, 14-year-old Ivan, Ben Spence, known as Looney, who clearly has the potential to wind up in trouble. After years in front of the camera, Simon Baker demonstrates a sure touch with his first feature film. He has directed episodes of the TV series The Mentalist. And this deceptively slight coming-of-age story is a wonderfully evocative experience. Many of us have experienced a life-changing moment of sudden revelation, and that's the core of the film. It's presumably set in the 70s, a time of sexual liberation and changing values. Impressed with the grace and beauty of the surfing they've witnessed, Pikelet and Looney decide to try the sport for themselves, first by using very cheap styrofoam boards. But then they encounter Sando, played with great charm by the director, a scruffy, bearded, suntanned outdoorsman who takes the boys, and especially Pikelet, under his wing.
7 or 8 foot, eh?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take this for a spin. You've got yourselves a lift if you're looking to get wet.
Really?
Yes. Get wet.
Put your boards in the back.
He becomes his friend, mentor, and teacher. Sando is what at the time was called a hippie. He lives in a shack near the beach with his beautiful girlfriend Eva, Elizabeth Debicki, and he spends his time surfing and enjoying himself without any visible means of support. Eventually it's revealed that Sando used to be a professional surfer, and that Eva was a championship skier until an accident brought her career to an abrupt halt. By this time, Pikelet has fallen completely under the spell of both Sando and Eva. From one, he learns the joy of surfing, and from the other, the joy of sex. Whereas Looney is consistently reckless, always taking chances, Pikelet is naturally cautious and has a strong sense of self-preservation. Breath is a small film in that its concerns are intimate and personal. That intimacy is probably more difficult to capture on screen than bigger emotions, and Baker succeeds admirably in bringing to life the characters of these two impressionable boys and the adults who change their lives. Their real parents have little effect on the experiences of their children that memorable summer. The surfing scenes are wonderfully well filmed. Rick Rivici is credited with the surfing footage. And the film as a whole is a modest, but I think a considerable delight. And I'm giving it 4 stars.